All right, after a little short-ish break, as we come back, you all are at the main entrance to the Ruse Bazaar. It is near the Three Sun Square. You guys are able to get a short rest, kind of hanging out with Avatosh and the Bright Guard, and get that contract, or at least their 800, possibility of getting 1,600 each as a reward for, helping out clean out these Asian hairs. And I'll actually type it up in the chat with their actual how it's pronounced. So, but once you enter the Ruse Bazaar, the covered stone halls of the Ruse Bazaar echo with the voices of merchants proclaiming the wonders of heaty spices, fresh produce, and sun-themed Shabe Taban souvenirs. And, if I could get from you guys is a intimidation or I guess you guys can pick some, if you just want to just pick someone to do it, and just, how, were you more persuasive? Were you more intimidating as you're trying to talk to the local merchants? So.
Oh, I think you always catch more flies with honey.
Nimbus is the most persuasive one here.
Oh dear, Mr. Nimbus.
And he has the guidance of the Raven Queen.
Oh, praise be to the Raven Queen. You know, her and Deep Sea Chalice, they go back a ways.
And Bray will try to help you as you're talking, just in case you're getting a little weird.
Ooh, all right. Well, as you are conversing with the merchants, that they, although they're they're not as religious, at least Raven Queen Deep yourselves, but you do, Mr. Nimbus, you put on an amazing display along with the strength and endurance of Brig. They will tell you all that 4 Ashen Hairs were attacking and threatening multiple merchants, but their last stop was they were attacking Emad, the rug merchant. And they will kind of give you a general direction where Emad's rug shop is. And as they give you a general direction, if I can get a perception check.
Ooh, I got that one.
Oof. As most of you are looking out, you get a pretty decent idea of Beth. You notice that there's a halfling merchant watching you all from a doorway of one of the shops. And you get the feeling that this halfling might be the merchant Emad.
Did the angel tell us why the Ashen Heirs were attacking merchants?
No, they have. He has no idea. It was just on the heels of they started messing with the merchants, and then the purple worm incident is kind of the latest of these Ashen Hairs just causing trouble.
And we're looking for Emad. Is that the rug merchant?
Emad was the last person the Ashen Hairs messed with before they dispersed. So, he might have an idea, might have a clear understanding of what, they were doing here or why they were messing with him. So
I'll point him out to Nimbus.
Ooh, yes. Let us go put them to the question.
And as you guys enter Imad's shop, you see a cramped, musty shop is filled with ornate rugs of many styles and designs. You see a brown-skinned halfling smiles and hops down from atop a stack of folded carpets beside the shop's wide-open doors. Welcome, welcome. Does anything catch your eye? Please, I am Imad. I can give you there are many beautiful carpets for such beautiful people.
I mean, do you have any carpets that like fly? Because I keep getting hit by things. If I could be up in the air with my friend Nimbus, I'd appreciate that.
Is a carpet of flying? Oh, I am just a. Oh, I'm just I just sell the simple rugs, for everyone else. Nothing as grand as a king's, reward for such an item. But alas, I'm sure I could find one that would beautifully accentuate your home.
So you're saying you don't have any of them flying carpets for sale?
I unfortunately do not. And you all can give an insight check.
Yeah, Daniel wasn't selling it.
Yeah, of course not. Okay, yes, 17. The number. I wasn't even gonna. Yeah, he's maybe not. His eyes do kind of widen once you immediately mention a carpet of flying.
I mean, you brought it up at the beginning of the mod when I was talking about how to get Beth to fly, but
True, yeah, very true, yeah. But kind of. So besides, such magnificent items are deemed contraband by the Brygaeon and Atash, our great ruler.
You mean those angels don't want anyone flying but them? That seems suspicious.
Well, and unfortunately, there's just yes, there are lots of things that troublesome in the market, and carpets that can fly, can be used. It's an item. I've heard tales that it can also be for smuggling. So that's why they.
Well, I can assure you that I am quite law-abiding, but speaking of trouble in the market, I heard you've had some run-ins with these Ashen Heirs recently.
It says, yes, those ruffians that they do not shower, but they do not bathe often. But yes, these Ashen Heirs, they just came around just. They were seeking some kind of magic vessel. I don't know. They just they go to Ahmad and they say, you Ahmad, you must know something. When I don't know anything. I'm just a humble merchant of rugs.
Mm-hmm. What kind of vessel were they looking for?
I'm sorry, say it again. My wife had asked me a question.
Oh, he said vessel. I was just wondering what kind of vessel.
Oh, he was like, I have no idea. They just said a vessel. And no, he's definitely hiding something. He's getting a little more sus, but just because he rolled earlier, you guys can immediately tell he's definitely holding things back.
I'll kind of side eye at the party, and I'll say, if you're not being honest with us about what happened here, we can't help bring them to justice, and we can't protect you.
Yes, you must help us help you. Do you understand that? Help us help you. Ooh.
Okay. Just roll it. Okay. And then you know what he will say. Okay. I can tell you this is Mr. Nimbus. You seem very you're very grand. But yes. Actually, can you shut the door, please?
Well, of course.
All right, and then he'll kind of walk you guys kind of towards the back, and while you're walking further into the back, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I guide myself as I'm looking?
Oh, you know what? I misconstrued that investigation. I meant, but you can keep whatever you rolled, if that'll help.
Investigation would then be an 11.
Okay.
$20 for Bray.
Okay. Brig, you notice as he's kind of bringing you in that the thick rugs hanging at the back of the shop have been they look like they've been moved more often than any of the other goods around them.
Is that where you keep the good stuff?
And then he will go, okay. All right. Okay. Door shut. All right. So I may have used to transport, many luxuries and other things that the Atash and the Brygaeon might have considered contraband, but with their policy on this being an isolated city and everybody's afraid, I can't make the good money as I was used to. But I did receive a strange samovar from a treasure hunter in the burning dunes. I know the samovar is magical, but I haven't been able to sell it or actually have anyone look at it again, because the Brygaeon would consider that contraband, and besides, many of our people are detained despite any very little evidence of wrongdoing. All my contacts are dry, so I might have a carpet that we can talk a good price for this, and I'll show you. Like I do have a pair of carpets I can sell to you. And then he will walk back to the area brick that you highlighted. He goes and he kind of opens the door. And what you see is this chamber shelves sag under crates and curios. And on the far wall, a narrow window opens into a cluttered alley beyond. And just outside, you see two figures wearing menacing scarlet masks. They kneel on a flying carpet, and one holding an ornate samovar. They laugh as the carpet shoots down the alley. And as they get ready to go, he says, the thieves! and he'll say here, and then he will pull out a carpet of flying. It is the carpet in particular is like a 4x6. So
How fast is the one flying down?
Also a 4x6.
What's the speed on the 4x6 one?
60 feet.
60 feet. So,
But we're not all gonna fit on it, are we?
no, only like 2 people without it getting cramped down. But you know,
That's okay. I can dash 90 feet.
Well, as we go in there, we will do some initiative as we do like a little chase stuff.
Dash 90 feet, move vertical surfaces.
Alright. As you guys are... I am gonna grab some... couple over from the one room. Bring them over here. Okay, so as the chase goes and as you guys yell and you get ready to move, of course, like how all chase starts, take an action and a move action. The Ashen Hair, these two are 120 feet away. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to, you know what? I will have Shankz roll me a d20 and you get to pick. Do you want to? You know, let's do.
I would have said even, so
That's okay. That's okay. I'll just get rid of the 14 because they just kind of go. All right. They are approximately, the Ashen Hairs are 120 feet ahead of you all and 15 feet off the ground. So
we're doing chase rules.
Yes, the chase rules. You can dash a number of times equal to 3 plus your con modifier. And then you got to worry about you cannot dash. The dash action cannot make the carpet of flying move faster, so you will always be going at 60 no matter what. While you're on the carpet, it looks like you can make attacks and cast spells against other creatures within range. Okay, everything's normal, and then I'll do the chase complications. But yeah, let us start with Beth.
Okay, I guess I will jump on the carpet we have and wait for someone else to jump on and make it move. It's a chase scene. So would it be more helpful to give someone guidance or to try and firebolt those two guys? Thoughts from the party?
I think it's probably better to ready your action and move.
Okay. Then I will ready my action to move.
Okay. All right. Gwendal.
I dash 90 feet. And
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna dash 90 feet.
Okay. Alrighty. Brig.
All right. Brig will rage. And as part of his rage, will instinctively pounce. And I think that's half my movement speed. Yes. So that's 25 feet. I'll then just be galloping 50 feet to get 75 feet. And I got 50 more feet of movement. And I have currently in this current form can go right up kind of buildings and such. So just kind of want to run forward, kind of want to try to run up the side of one of these buildings and hop. I got 125 feet of movement onto the other carpet. If I can try to find a building to do the leap from.
Okay, you know what? And I forgot to do complications. Okay, before the end of your turn. So I guess we could. Do you need to do a check or anything, Brig?
Well, only if there's a building there. I probably need to do an athletics check of some kind, if you'd like it.
Yeah, because you're jumping on the carpet, right?
That is the plan.
Okay. Yeah. Let's jump on the carpet. I'll just use one of they're trying to push you, try to.
Sure.
Oh. I was going to say, unfortunately, I rolled a 21 because they are hidden.
All right.
So, it can just be say you're just right on. Is that like your whole action and move and everything?
Yeah, I had to do everything. I had to do 125 feet.
Okay.
That's all I could do. So probably am looking up at them from the road if they manage to keep me off.
Sure. Yeah.
That'll be everything.
All right. You're right on them. So very nice. Nimbus.
All right, so Mr. Nimbus will jet on out with his amazing fly speed, holding the storm gem high. And will then use his action to dash. And so they were at 120, right?
Yes.
So he will dash and move part of the way. So he will be basically 10 feet behind them.
Okay.
Leaving 10 feet-ish of his movement left. And he will use a bonus action to grab the one in the rear and try to yank them off the cart or yank them off the carpet.
Okay. Is it telekinetically or?
Telekinetically.
Telekinetically. All right. Here, let's do strength again. No. So one is off.
And that is the end of all I can do.
All right. That well, again, they can only go 60 feet ahead. End of your turn. Let's see.
Mr. Nimbus would have then used this other 10 feet to get right next to the one that was there.
Sure. No, I'm just. There we go. Can you guys see Shadow in the sun cast at the bazaar? On the bottom. If you can't see it, that's okay. I forgot to do this. I'll just start it with Mr. Nimbus. Oh my gosh, it's okay. Choose the fly around or gap between the bazaar stalls. If you fly around, the area counts as 10 feet of difficult terrain. If you fly through the gap, if I can get you must succeed on a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, or you break through the stall and take 46 bludgeoning damage.
That's to me, or that's to the next person?
I believe. Okay, so how they did it is in the chase rolls. I believe it's at the okay. Each participant in the chase rolls on the Bizarre chase complications table at the end of its turn. So the end of your turn. And then
I don't see the button.
yeah, I think it's just like a DM only thing, and I can't unwhisper it, which kind of...
Okay, so you want me to roll a deck save?
Yes, please.
Ooh, I got a 16.
Okay, you are fine. Okay. And then we will go with this individual that's kind of just flying. Can they do anything? You know what?
Nimbus would have, when he jumped on, would say, "Room for one more."
Oh, if you're right there, then he will try. You're on. Wait, Mr. Nimbus, you are on the carpet right now.
Yeah. So you said it was 120 feet away. So I came within 10 feet of him. I bonus action yanked him, and then I finished up my movement to be right next to him, landing on the carpet.
Okay, so you're on the carpet. Nice. Okay, well then he will try to do some stabbing on you, because...
Ow! Ow!
You know, kind of a little indie chase. And then what happens at the end of its turn? An overturned crate releases chickens and a cloud of feathers into the air. And he needs to make a survival check to try to stay on course through distractions. And a failed check. Oh, well, he doesn't go. So wisdom check. Nope. He gets a bunch of chickens and he cannot go as fast. All right. Shankz, about 180 feet.
All right, 180. I'm not going to be able to catch up this round, but I can cast Longstrider on Skidmarkz to put him up to 50 feet, so when he dashes, that's 100.
Okay.
And I'll use that to try to start catching up, but I'm still, 80 feet behind at this point?
Yes.
All right, you need me to make a roll?
Yes. Actually, yeah, roll me a d10. I'll just make it easier, because...
7.
No complications, so...
All right, cool.
Do that. I'm just gonna... All right, top of the round, Beth.
Don't forget the complication.
Oh, that's... I'm just gonna have you guys... I'm just gonna just roll, and then I'll just read it, because I wonder if this can...
Do what?
Okay, it was no... Okay, it will do no complication. Okay, cool. All right, so Beth.
I was holding my action. No one else jumped on my carpet?
Everyone else took off on their own.
Okay.
Can you jump on there?
Yeah, did Shankz just stay back?
No, I'm riding forward on Skidmarkz, so I don't need the carpet.
Okay, when I see Shankz ditch me, I would have used my held action to move the carpet up 60 feet. So wherever that puts me, I don't know if we're trying to move our characters or what.
I don't think I have to worry about too much, because at least one of them is going to be effectively out of the chase, and the other one is attacking Mr. Nimbus. So
Is the one that's back here?
Yeah,
does he have anything important on him? Like, does he have the vessel?
You know what? Roll me a d20, see if he does. No, he does not. Mr. Nimbus, you will see that, as he's as he's fencing with you, on his hand he is holding a jar.
Ooh.
How far away is that guy and Mr. Nimbus?
Okay, so you move 60 feet. I think they're about 120 from you, because if you move 60.
Well, and I would use my movement to move 60 again on this turn.
Yes.
So 60 and 60. So they're still 120?
No, at that point they'd be 60 feet away.
And Nimbus, have you hit him yet?
Nope.
All right, then I will firebolt.
Hit.
It's only the 18.
Okay. Feeling ouch. And then at the
As
end,
I see him, I'll yell up and be like, "Surrender now, and we won't kill you."
and roll me a d10, please. Okay, you know what? You are good. Nothing weird happens. All right, Gwendal.
All right, they're 90 feet away from me. I'm going to use my key to dash 90 feet, and I am going to attempt to, running along the walls, jump off and shove him off the carpet.
Okay. All right, so this is the pose. Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that. You know,
Cool.
for spectacle. All
20.
right, and let's see. All right.
And I do this, yeah, I'm sort of like bull rushing him off the carpet.
All right, so you know we can do like as soon as you know, this guy was already kind of on the ground, getting up, knocks him down, hits a bunch of stuff, and they will immediately they put their hands up. One, you could still smell, you know, these are the ashen hairs because, you know, they do not clean themselves. They just go like please don't kill us. I'll tell you everything you know. Just do not harm us anymore.
We have been asked to turn you into the Bright Guard, and we are going to do that.
Okay, and as like you see the one that was injured, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I got a 21 standing right next to him.
Fair point. And you know, let me give attempt a sleight of hand. No. You see that like as he kind of crashed down, you know, you see like he had the jar and he was kind of trying to push it along to like a little crevice. But you guys are easily able to kind of see what he was doing as he was trying to scramble up and surrender. So what do you all do?
I am going to check out this jar, figure out what's inside it.
Yeah, I'll tab up.
Okay.
Search him for any kind of like weapons or like he called himself an Ashenair, right? Do they have like any kind of like symbol or badge or anything that I can take?
They have masks. The distinction is they have these like crimson interesting style of masks. You guys can give me Arcana or History check. Okay. Shankz, Gwendal, and Bray. You know, they look kind of like a Afridi, like a mask of an Afridi. Mm-hmm. But as hands up, as you go to it looks kind of like a like if you didn't know any better, it's kind of like it's got like a topper that you can open up.
Do we want to try to open it and see what all the hubbub is about?
Yeah.
They protest like no, like no, this must go to our wise leader.
Who is your leader?
He is a white sage named Navid.
And where is your leader?
They seem kind of like, oh, it's around. We are everywhere, and yes.
Well, you can either tell us or you can tell the Ashen Guard, or whatever they're called. Bright Guard.
Yeah, you all can give me a intimidation check.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Say okay. Yes. That our hideout is an abandoned temple in the old city, and you if you're trying to enter, you must you must wear the masks, and you must share the passphrase, which is let the embers light the way.
Very well.
Oh, Beth, I will say, since you kind of as you were kind of waiting for everyone to do stuff, Imad would have asked you to, please, can you give me back? Can you please give me back that carpet that they stole while you were kind of waiting?
Mr. Nimbus will ride it on over.
Yeah, did you want both of them back, or I mean,
Okay, well, if you fast forward, you head them off to some, give them off to find some bright guards, and have them get booked and whatnot. You go back to Ahmad. He says, I tell you what, you as long as we keep things on the down low, I'm sure I can. Since you returned my other carpet, I'm sure you can definitely use my carpet for an extended amount of time.
How extended are we talking? I mean, if we hadn't intervened, you just would have been out one carpet. So
I know, and you brought it back, and that's why, like I said, that it was meant for some other treasure hunters, but haven't heard from them, so they're probably dead. But the good news is they at least paid half front, so I can consider this carpet an acceptable loss as long as we keep my dealings on the down low, as they call it.
Yeah. We didn't see anything.
This is excellent. Oh, did you all in fact get the samovar that what the other thing they stole?
This jar?
Yes, he'll say, oh yes. Allow me to check, see if they damaged it or anything. Kind of looks around.
Did we check what's inside it?
You can definitely check what's inside of it before you get to. As like you check inside of it, opening it up, and out comes this gaseous form. And suddenly, out comes from it, you do see a what looks like, I'll just drag it out. The genie pops out and says, I am finally free.
Ooh, wish for more wishes.
Says, I am body.
Why, hello there.
And as there we go. I got the token. Pops out and is like, oh my gosh, I've been so long. I am body. I cannot grant more wishes, but I can certainly grant you all a wish if only you'd help me find my cousin.
I mean, sure, that sounds fair.
This is this is great. This is wonderful news. Yes. My cousin, he lives in Ankaran Sangar. I honestly don't know where I am, but you all look since you freed me, you must be in the know. Am I in Ankaran Sangar, or am I somewhere else? This kind of thing happens way more often than it should.
I don't honestly know, all these festivals blend together. Did y'all happen to catch the name of the town we're in?
That was the name of the town.
This is the name of the town that you're in. He's in.
I couldn't tell you the name of the festival at this point, but definitely the town we're in.
These journeys, I just lose track. We do so much hopping around. Do you know last week some of us were in space?
Says, that sounds like an interesting story. You must tell Body.
Your cousin, do they look like you?
This is, close enough. He's in a Freety.
Well, we had captured some guys who looked like they had some Freety masks or something. We know where their hideout is.
It's like, it's splendid. Well, yes, if you can bring me to my cousin, I will surely be able to grant any kind of wish within reason for you all.
Sure. Oh, we can take them to the temple, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can. All right.
We give the guy his jar back, his now empty jar.
He kind of, Mod kind of looks at it. It's like, well, I'll be able to fetch something for it. Thank you. And let me change the name for the genie. Yeah, that's an I. Okay, Body. So there we go. All right, so as you guys are kind of, mosey on through, trying to get back to this old temple, you see this kind of robe, this old, kind of human road figure, and just says, would you like, we'll say, this brave heroes, would you like a pistachio nougat?
What?
Yeah, he gives kind of says it for name, offers you, yes, a pistachio nougat.
Is there alcohol in it?
He says, no, but this, but the spices, will at least, and the flavor, well, you know, at least sweeten the tooth.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah. Says, yes, I want to let you know that your old friend Lily is very anxious to see you. And then after he kind of hands you the candy, and then he'll just walk away.
Who's Lily?
Well,
Anybody know who that is?
as you shrug your shoulders, yeah, you guys don't have an idea. But as you look at the candy you're given, there is a symbol, a smiling, the wrapper is a smiling manticore.
Okay, I'll take the wrapper off, eat the nougat, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. Is that
Yeah,
like a name of it? Is like a smiling thing a name of a tavern? I don't know.
yeah, you can certainly ask people. If I can get a persuasion check.
Ooh, I can speak nicely to people, yeah. Ooh, and perhaps I can even do so with the guidance of the Raven Queen.
Indeed, she's always there to back you up when you're doing fancy pretty talk.
Oh, as a show that they point you out that the Gorbani Bakery, and they say it's that is a symbol of the bakery's awning. And they say you can't miss it. It's a 2-story edifice, west of the square.
Ah, thank you for the directions. Let us go.
And then Body just like, it is. You must be on great adventures for random people to give you such treats.
I think that happens a lot around here because festivals and all.
Ah, yes, I love a good festival. It's always good to relaxing.
And people give you things.
All right, and as you all, take kind of a slight detour, to this 2-story, and as you look, you do see a manticore awning, and as you all enter, you do see an elven woman is hard at work. She wears a flower-dusted apron with flower motifs. She's got high cheekbones, smiling, brown eyes, brown skin, and an ornate prosthetic arm. And that I can show you. Is the baker that greets you.
Ooh, why, hello there.
How colorful.
Yes, and she says, it's like, oh yes, I'm so glad here, but she is actually a little busy, but she will hand you all the platter desserts. Please, enjoy these.
Is it more of these? And I hold up the wrapper.
No, these are cookies, actually, sugar cookies. She will offer you all to enjoy as other customers coming in. She's kind of filling their orders and stuff. But as the people sort of, kind of go away. She will sort of walk to the door, shut it, and do the proverbial lock and, switch open to close. She says, thank you all for coming. I apologize for such a strange behavior, but you see, my sister is Afsun Gorbani. She was arrested by the Bright Guard earlier today after that horrible incident with the Ashen Hairs. It says my sister leads a coalition of as we would say, rebels. We want to non-violent. We believe Atash and is not the right leader for the city state for our city, Ankara and Sengar. We used to be able to trade and travel, but ever since Atash, came in, it is for the good, but it is very oppressive at this point. So we're looking for we want to non-violently overthrow Atash and put the people in charge of the city-state.
Awfully upfront about that.
It's like, well, I normally wouldn't be, but they have my sister, and she is head of it. And I know, even though you've been helping them out, I feel like maybe you're not getting the whole story. And I know she's not going to be released for a very long time. I am hoping that you all can help me free my sister.
We do have a wish.
And he got like a body says, well, I have not seen my cousin yet, but I.
Yeah, I mean, when we get there,
Of course, it might be a bit stronger pull since if we're dealing with is it the angels? The rough, but nothing too rough for body.
What do you say, guys?
Perhaps.
It's like, but if you're dealing with the Ashen Hairs, they are both a danger to this whole city and everything. They are. Please let me know if there's anything help you need to get rid of those dangerous anarchists.
Yep.
That's great. Well, I will have one of the agents contact you all later. But please enjoy enjoy the cookies.
Wait, do we need more Ifriti masks?
You can certainly ask that.
Or are we planning on just barging in there?
I think that we can attempt guile.
If we can get our hands on some Ifriti masks, that would help.
Oh, she says, she will, Leia will nod and come back, and then rummage, come through, and she will have just enough masks for everybody. Except Body, because, well, his face is too big for the masks.
We could just say he's the boss's cousin, and maybe they'll let us through.
Oh, is my cousin a boss? Oh, that is, not it. He is certainly going places.
I think they are, because, I mean, I don't know why else they would wear the 3D masks.
Oh, all right. So, Leia will thank you, and yeah, you guys will have enough masks for everybody, as I will copy. Actually, let me look real quick to make sure that this character sheet's not hidden. Okay, it's fixed. Alright, so we will fast forward. You all are able to make it. You guys are outside the Ashen Hair hideout. Yeah, it is a small neglected temple, stands within a courtyard surrounded by an iron fence and containing only dead overgrowth and a dry fountain full of garbage. A tower juts from the temple's roof. One of its walls bears tall vents to catch the wind.
Nimbus will fly on up, waiting for the others to join him before he knocks on the door. May the embers light the way, right?
That's right. Well, that's what the guy said. Brygaeon will follow.
All right. There is a padlock holding the gate.
Nimbus will knock.
All right. And as you knock on the door, you see a peephole slide in and sort of sees the mask, but then kind of takes a step back and will say, passphrase.
Oh, may the embers light the way.
A moment, and it's like, I haven't seen them before, but they know the phrase and they have the masks. Okay, let them through. And well, as I say, oh, good work, you. Hi, I see you were successful in your endeavors. Please come in. Yeah, this arrow kind of goes in. It says, oh, well, look at this. I can't, but this all looks so great. And as you guys are in this little hall, it's an unfinished mosaic depicting plants flourishing under a glowing moon adorns the walls of this prayer hall. Although the mosaic is partially obscured by graffiti, crates are strewn across the marble floor, and rickety scaffolding along the east wall serves as makeshift sleeping spaces. You see a few of them are playing cards. You see a very, kind of, sort of brooding individual with knives kind of resting in a scaffolding. They're all wearing 3D masks, but they sort of, they will tell you, oh, please go, please, God, go in. We have, not our wise sage will be so glad to see his family back. And they will let you through. No. I'm just trying to move the door. Move the door. There you go. And then I'll just remove.
Are we all going in?
I'm hoping guys are going in.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I mean, unless you guys are feeling particularly violent at the moment, they have no reason to suspect otherwise. You have the masks. Although some will kind of look at like kind of what you're wearing as like, wow, it's,
It's laundry day.
well, it's like, man, you guys got some really cool stuff, As you go into hallways, you guys can move as you move to this garden. See natural rocks jut from the sizzling red sand floor of this sweltering domed chamber. Dust speckled light streams from 8 stained glass magic lanterns set around the ceiling, each embossed with the phases of the moon. At the room's center, a brown-skinned man with glowing eyes reclines upon a cushion. An attendant wearing a mask designed to look like an Ifriti's face stands nearby. And as kind of pulls himself in, will say, cousin, oh my gosh, it's so glad to see you. As, he says, oh my God, let me tell you about everything that I've seen. And he just starts kind of flying around, talking to like this cool cucumber, just hanging out, totally not suspicious. About like, oh, what kind of things can we look forward to in this city? And you will get beckoned to, come join him.
Why, hello.
Huh. And as you all says, you all have done well. Your reward and your you will be sufficiently rewarded for bringing my cousin back, but again, my great disciples, I must do the work of the Ashen Hares. And when I return, we will bring down this monarchy, and install a true leadership. As you see now, Naveed, his form changes into an actual Ifriti, and they both bamf like a plane shift.
Huh.
I look to my companions and whisper, do we want to deal with the thugs who are sort of anarchists, or do you just want to leave?
Yeah, they all. You can easily see without a check, that he just kind of stands up and looks and just says, yes, great. We must. I guess we will reconvene the next day, and you must tell me your exploits. You can tell from their look they don't know what to do.
I will use my new telepathy to conversate with my friends and ask, did the Bright Guard want us to like deal with these guys or just figure out where they were and like sell them out?
We were told to take care of them.
Yeah, they just said take care of them and take care of their bosses, maybe with extreme prejudice, but they didn't say anything about rank and file or anything.
Well, and is the boss taken care of?
They're gone. I don't know where they went.
Does that feel like a permanent thing?
Go ahead. You know, this would be another Arcana and or History check. Okay. Gwendolyn, you remember reading some stories, and it's not necessarily with the Freedy, but for a lot of outsiders, like if you've read tales, like if they ever see another one companion, sometimes um they don't like to speak, I guess, with other company. Um, you've read tales on like angels. If it gets reunited, they go back to like a home plane. So this might be similar. You also, and like the tale is like they came back like 7 years later, but like, and how everything changed. But for them it didn't matter because they're ageless beings, and time is not such a big deal compared to other folks.
So we think they might be gone for 7 years?
I mean, it just from the tale, like when it says it's no idea when they'll be back, but who knows? But at least not right now, at the present moment.
Maybe we can like intimidate these guys into surrendering and going to jail where they can shower and stuff. They all like stink, right? They're all dirty.
Oh yeah, it smells. It smells pretty bad. Pretty bad in here.
I'll telepathically ask Mr. Nimbus, what do you say? You want to talk these guys into turning themselves in now that they're leaderless?
Yes, that would be very well. Come, let us speak with everyone all in one room.
Yeah, they'll it's the main guys' chamber. They're all. This guy just prefers to stand back here because Well, of course, and then they put little spots in the crease for you guys to sit down to play cards. Oh, so what do you say?
Okay, Mr. Nimbus says, oh, quickly, yes, you, the brooding one over there. Please, move over into that area where you can be near your companions.
And he says something, and says, "No, I'm okay here. I'm supposed to watch out in case we get attacked. And, my best spot's up here. I can see everything."
Does he have a window by where he's at?
No, he's like on a scaffolding essentially. He's like 10 feet up.
Look, we are delivering a message from the big bosses. Everyone needs to stand over there.
Okay, go ahead. Give me intimidation.
God dang.
No, I'll give it to you. Yeah, he kind of he'll come down, just like he mutters something under his breath in primordial.
I understand that.
Oh, he said an unkind word about you.
I also know primordial.
He said an unkind word about Mr. Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus will then kind of do a cough and come a bit. Oh, excuse me. Yes, sorry. Oh, yes. Well, now I know that all of you were looking forward to revolutionizing and being able to take down the powers that be.
I say yes.
Yes, and we're going to raise up against the man.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, and then we're going to do so with the help of our genie overlords. Yeah.
Woo! It's only like the veterans.
But they have deserted us. They have decided that we are unworthy. And now is the time for us to return to the city, where we will turn ourselves in and throw ourselves down at the justice of our peers. For our cause is now a lost one.
And it's like, it's true. I saw them. They as soon as they brought them in, they just disappeared. The mage will pipe up.
I was like, yeah, y'all should we should all go beg for mercy.
And mage is like, well, how about we can just like go back to what we were doing and we'll just pretend that none of this happened, or better yet, now's a great time to strike and burn it all down right now. Yes.
Just
there
you
will
guys?
be no striking. There will be only our repentance.
And the brooding one will just say, well, sounds like you weren't even that devote to the cause. I mean,
oh, I am very devoted to the cause, but with the genie overlords, there is no way that we can fight off the oppressive masters. We must
We're angels.
go back.
And they said,
what are you going to do against angels?
It's like, but I really wanted to sink my blades into some angels and and all other things. I wanted to blow up some roads and some infrastructure.
I'm not suicidal.
Like, no, lads, them, he's not convinced. He's just like, I say these are just punks. As this one kind of approaches Mr. Nimbus, kind of threatening in a threatening manner. So the other ones are kind of they're not with him. They're kind of like, they're just kind of want to see what happens.
Oh, you want to go, do ya? Do I got to show you what little pup?
This one will instinctively get out of the way, like in a line formation, for no reason whatsoever. He'll just go. He's just like, yeah, and then he'll put his hand on his scimitar, and let's see. Yeah, he looks like he wants to do something. I mean, I would say you have a round of actions or a certain action if you want to do.
So if he's going to threaten me like that, Mr. Nimbus will just kind of hold out his hand and snap. And attempt to cast a spell on him.
He doesn't know magic, and could. I'm just curious to see if he would know magic. He was, but he did see. He does have counterspell, but he's not going to cast it because he saw they disappear. So he's on your guys' side. He's like, yeah, so he's.
All right, so then I will do a psychic lance on him.
Okay. And that's intelligence.
That's some decent damage.
Of course, it's hidden. But I rolled a 13, so... So
how dare you speak to me that way?
And let's do a quick round of initiative because this is not going to last long. But let's. Mr. Nimbus, you
Well, we'll say that was my turn.
Sure, that's
like
fine.
Doing that one so that other people can do stuff.
Sure, of course. Beth.
You can inflict wounds non-lethally, right?
Not really.
It's a melee spell attack.
Melee spell.
Well,
It is necrotic damage, so it feels like in the spirit of inflicting wounds. But he is kind of being a douche, so.
but
You're inflicting non-lethal wounds.
Lots.
I can. Wait, what were you saying, Russ?
Just lots of wounds. That's all. Painful.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up and I'll inflict wounds at 2nd level.
I think he's incapacitated, right? So it'd be advantage. So, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, it hits. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really bad roll. That was 12 on 4d10. And since he's incapacitated, I will back up.
Okay.
I'll point my finger and look sternly at the other 4. And I'm like, y'all are gonna be good, right?
They will nod. Shankz.
All right, so we've got this guy who's getting uppity, and what are these guys doing right now? Are they still just off to the side watching?
Yeah, they're watching. They want no part of these shenanigans.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure Nimbus can handle one guy, so I'm not I guess I'm just going to sit back and watch. I'll have my bow drawn, not drawn, but knocked and ready to go. But I guess I'll ready a shot if somebody else other than this guy tries to interfere.
Sure. Okay. Cool. And then Brig.
Brig will go up to him and will non-lethally hit him with his tail. But ignore the rage. I'm not raging.
15. Well, right there. It's a hit.
I believe I get to attack. Make sure I have this right, because I don't attack with my tail too often. Oh, I'm not raging, so I'm going to do it. Okay. Just one more tail swipe. Not non-lethal tail swipes. And again, just for 9. And that's all.
Okay. Okay. Gwendal.
All right. I'm going to try and knock him out.
Okay.
That's a miss.
He's incapacitated, so isn't that an advantage?
No advantage or anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Incapacitated is just can't take actions or reactions.
yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And why not all flurry blows? I had a short rest earlier.
Yes to those 2. All right. Now that he's out.
Just knocking him out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. So The rest of them are just like, oh geez, they really wanted to bring it all down. They were talking about, oh, maybe we can be sovereign citizens and all this other stuff, but no, they ho hum, and you all are able to take them in, and also maybe if you want to loot the place a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm always down for a good loot.
Keep things in safekeeping until the leader returns.
Of course. And let's see. All right. So,
Is that it?
No, there's one more little thing. So you find all kinds of cool little stuff, any knickknacks and trinkets. You find 4,250 gold pieces, and you find some pigments. Let's
Marvelous.
see. Yeah. Some very marvelous pigments.
Ooh, I wonder if those are permanent items.
Possibly.
I don't know. I think you can use them more than once.
Ooh, that seems very problematic.
It does indeed.
If only somebody could explain how to properly use them and account for them in an organized play environment.
Okay, so all right. As you go, you bring the guys in. As you describe the Afridi, Artavazda will remember remembers that hot-headed Ifrit prince, and we'll say he was one of the original rulers of this place before he was disposed of. And we'll say, well, blood doesn't make you royalty, only the light can do that. And you guys will get gifted a very large pink diamond for, you know what? Interesting enough, he says he will give you at least now a down payment for the 1,600. Give you guys a pink diamond now that is worth 500 each. And the 4,250 is what you guys found in total was the 4,250. So that you'll have to split, but you guys get at least some jewelry, 500 each. Now, as we are getting kind of fast with time, so what they will, what they essentially will have you do is you will be invited to a theater, a timeless performance, and after this play, Layla will ask you guys to assist in breaking her sister out of this pedestal of judgment. It is a stone disc of ancient magic. It hovers high above the arid landscape about 5 miles outside Egensikar. Atash built the site as a holding prison to ensure that Brygaeon is kind of shown as a place of justice, not punishment. The platform they use for questioning and temporary incarceration, they put them in some kind of magical stasis, magical crystals as some kind of stasis. They are pretty much there until they are freed or are sentenced by Atash's sky prison. And where they go from there, No one knows. But also, Ardavasta will also let you know that he has heard information that there will be someone will try to attack his pedestal of judgment, and he would like you all. He will, offer to pay you the rest of the 11. Well, offer to pay the rest of the 1100. And, we'll definitely find something else for you as a suitable reward if you can help be security for this pedestal of judgment. So, at this point, you kind of have to, at least right now, one, you have, one side wants you to free the sister who's a prisoner in there, or, be security for it. So.
What's the motivation to free the sister?
Free the sister. They are part of a non-violent movement to overthrow the angels because, again, their laws are very are pretty much they're strict. Like, they're making the city isolated. These are essentially, as they would put it, these are laws that would make sense for a celestial city, but for, other folk, these laws are very stifling. It's very much I won't say like the really bad side of lawful good, but it's just incredibly strict. They can't really, no one can really do anything, and people that they suspect, they will immediately throw people into prison or interrogations. So while not being, they are pretty authoritarian. They're not. It's not like they're not violently hurting people, but they are, trampling on their sovereignty.
Oh no, what does everyone else think? Beth is lawful neutral, so
Yeah. So, and I would say, for Beth, I mean, it's one of, it'd be for you. I mean,
like someone would have to make an argument either way. Like you'd have to argue that they're trampling on sovereignty violates some other like human laws because she's not from here, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, exactly right.
They did take the sister, and she hadn't done anything. Just on suspicion.
Yes. Yeah, they suspect it. So she's currently in stasis now. They told you that, they'll eventually let her go, after her being questioned, but it was kind of a vague of whenever, so.
Are we going to end up kicking angels out of the sky again?
Let's go deal with them. Perhaps they will listen to reason.
True. Perhaps we can just talk to them.
Viva la revolution!
What if we tell this guy we agreed to go guard, and then that gets us in too? Even if we're not actually going to guard, maybe we agree to go guard, and then we're just kind of bad guards, and I don't know.
That is an idea. Okay, that sounds like a fantastic plan. Let me, as I bring us here, and because at least you told Atash that, hey, we're gonna be cool. I think you guys can see yourselves in this whole pedestal. Atash will, or Adavash, I keep messing those up, but that's, it'll be all right. They will grant you Pegasus for you all to ride for those that can't, or who don't have a way to fly. But the pedestal of judgment appears before the city has faded from view. The 60-foot diameter disc is made from golden rose marble and floats like 300 feet above the rocky ground. Green crystals hover near the disc like jeweled spikes adorning a crown. A handful of similar crystals slowly orbit the disc, twinkling in the night sky. As you approach, you will spot two devas, but as soon as they see you, they will sort of wave you. They will salute you, and they will depart for the city. And as you look at all of these crystals, you know,
I see bodies inside.
yeah, there are bodies inside. Just all kinds of people just looking around. You know, there is, I think I have an image you all can see of what it looks like. Maybe you can see that.
So, like, do we think someone else was gonna attack, or was it just like, what's her name? Like, maybe we just stand up here and are real bad at our job for a little bit, and someone gets the sister out and we don't look.
That could totally be the plan that you guys kind of, you know, off camera said, hey, let's, you know. So I'll just kind of show, like, so, you know, there are bodies in there, and you do see one that does not look like all the others, kind of in the stasis. You see Upson, you see this the needed sister. All right. So as show, you will see in the corner, come flying in on some manticores. You will see the more kind of some of their warriors headed by a geosphinx is, you know, come flying in, and we'll say, they will thank you for, you know, for helping, you know, for doing, you know, yes, it's a painful office, but this geosphinx will tell you that you are all actually doing a good deed here. And however, as you all are kind of letting them, they're trying to figure things out, go ahead and give me an Arcana check, and or just a straight intelligence. Okay. Beth, kind of looking at the crystals, if you want to try to free somebody, well, one, you could start wailing on it, or you can detect some magic. These crystals are magic of sorts. I think if there's some way to maybe dispel it, might be a way to free who's ever in the crystals.
Well, that's like a neat piece of information. Beth was just planning on like turning her back and not noticing because she's feeling a little torn.
Sure. Do you inform everyone within the earshot what's going on? Like, oh, look at this. This is so interesting. Kind of a deal, or do you just kind of keep that information to yourself?
I will telepathically to Brygaeon say, it looks like those crystals could be broken by force or by dispelling the magic in them.
Oh, right. Am I gonna hurt them if I smash it?
Do I think so?
They might get. I mean, Brick's careful. Just as long as he doesn't go overboard, it should be fine. They might get a little hurt initially, but since you're not really, you were there for the construction, you're not sure, but nothing looks weird about it. There's no like saw like traps on it, so they could get a little hurt.
I'll look at him and shrug.
All right, I'll try to gently smash her out of there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that attack roll.
I will be swinging recklessly. I think I can do that.
Sure. All right. Cracks. You're definitely making good headway on it. You feel like another solid smack. Yes, you can smash it. Thankfully, Brig, as you feel like you did a little too much in your swing. It looks like you're going to like actually hit who's ever in there. It's like your axe just kind of like it sort of blunts a little bit on the person inside.
All right.
And she kind of drops to the ground. You see the kind of prone, but as you guys are kind of hanging out like, oh, probably gotta move quickly. Twilight covers the land as the moon fills the sky. The moonlight suddenly disappears, shrouding the land in darkness. And an instant later, with a burst of radiance, the moon returns in the deepest night of Shabe Taban. Daylight washes over Ankar and Sangar, and a shadow moves across the brightly lit platform overhead. Silhouettes stand out against the radiant moon. So, as that you're about to do the prisoners, do the rescue, you guys are still just not alone. More people coming in. Coming in on a pair of Pegasi. Come on. I have to do it. As you see a couple of knights clad in the Pegasi, and leading them is, well, your employer of sorts, Adavarsda. looking not too happy at what the seeing. And will call out, "You were all placed under arrest. Surrender now to the light of Atash, or you will be dealt with."
Wait, what? Oh, the moon. It everything got all bright and all dim. What's happening?
You know what? Funny enough, you guys do. I forgot to mention it, but oh, actually, no one's on the platform, so it's okay. But we'll say I had high hopes for you all, but submit, surrender, and submit. We'll point to Brig, but then kind of point to Gwendal, Nimbus, Beth, Shankz, Skidmarkz.
I'll look to Nimbus and be like, you gotta make him understand.
Say that one more time, Kelly.
You gotta make him understand what we're doing. We gotta come to like a middle ground.
Yes! You just saw the amazing symbol that appeared in the sky. It means that what was up is now down, and what is left is now right. What is wrong is now right. What is left is wrong? I don't know. It's so confusing. Perhaps we need to go back to town and sit and have a talk about this.
Gwendal would love to have a talk about duality, but I think we should deal with this.
And Ravarza says, "It's the festival. It's the moon. It always does this every couple years."
Right, and it is now a time for strangeness. And this individual was unworthily or undeserving of such incarceration, and we have righted the wrong and thus wronged the left.
Like, oh, well, you make a great point. I need more room to put you all and find out how deep this duality can go.
Are you thinking about putting us in jail again?
Yeah, Artavazda gets out the mace ready and is looking very aggressive right now. So, we should roll for initiative.
I'm still, as we're rolling for initiative, gonna try and say like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're trying to have a talk with y'all.
Hold them, winged horses.
And of course, the knights.
It's the horse, of course.
Yep, the horses, of course, and Afsoon will say, "Well, I do not want any violence. I do not want to be taken again. But I'm afraid my magic I am at a loss of my magic. I cannot hold my own as much as I would hope to. But I think I can do something. What can't you do? Third level. much. Okay. Okay. Brick. Okay, Gwendal. Okay. The Sphinxes and like the other Manicores that they will just try to essentially get the mage out, and then they're just gonna say like, "Peace, thanks y'all, you guys are great." That's what they're gonna be doing. Okay, what will the Pegasus do? Start of this round, will fly actually to Mr. Nimbus, and say, "You're under arrest. You're resisting arrest there," and try to hoove you, and I got a 24 to hit you with some hooves.
Mr. Nimbus will use a shield.
And you will not get 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And
No, sir, I don't like it.
The knight that's there, it'll call out and actually,
Ooh, I believe you've left your rider.
He's hanging out. He's hanging along. What can a knight do? You know what? He will take a heavy crossbow. He'll do a leadership on his other guy and say, "Now you can do it. Just hit him really good," and he gets a +2 to it. And Beth, it is your turn.
I don't have any really great controlling people spells, but I really don't want to fight the angel guys. I want to make them understand. I'm just looking one last time, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna cast Banishment on the leader guy.
Ooh, all right. He does have like a natural resistance. Is this a charisma or wisdom save? It actually charisma.
Yeah, my DC is 19.
Oh, wow. Well, let's see. He doesn't have anything to counter. So, he goes pop. Well, he doesn't make that sound like
He makes the pop of, if I can just think about this for a minute, he won't be coming back.
Who knows? Or he might come back. Or he'll come back later. Either way.
I will back away a little bit and I will turn to the other two angels and I'll say, "Listen, what y'all are doing is a little too lawful for these people and you're infringing upon their freedoms. Like y'all have to find a middle ground or like we might support their rebellion."
Okay.
That's all for me.
Okay, Mr. Nimbus.
Ooh, Mr. Nimbus. Let's see. Yes. So these guys appear to be they're doing their thing and they're okay with that, right?
I mean, they're comfortable in their life choices so far. Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Nimbus is going to be like, well, let's see if we can deal with this. And he will shift over a little bit flying around and will get a nice cone. Does that look like it gets all 4 of them pretty nicely?
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm just kind of.
And he will say, "Ah, well, let's see what happens if you get your muscles frozen a little bit." And Mr. Nimbus is going to upcast a Rhymes Binding Ice to 4th level. No, we'll make it a 5th level. Why not?
Yeah, go big.
And we will use a meta magic point to make it a lightning one. And
Okay.
then we will use the, oh gosh, dang it, as another student emails me 90 minutes before their assignment's due. We will use a what's the cleric thing? Help me, Beth.
The one where you maximize damage?
Yep.
Yes. So so it'll maximize the damage, which should be 8d6. I can't do math. There will be 48 points of damage on this, so disregard that. It looks like a 3 out of 4 save anyway.
You know what? Let's say, actually, would you want the one to fail, the one in front of you, or the one that's flying?
I will let the one that is in front of me be the one that fails.
All right, sounds good.
And then let's see. So that will be lightning damage, 48 of it. 24 on a pass. And then the 2 individuals nearest to me will also get a little bit of this, as 4 points of thunder comes off of Nimbus. And as a bonus action, he moves away, not provoking, flying 10 feet, and then will zip back. That was not as effective as I thought it was going to be, but at least that Pegasi is frozen until somebody takes an action to break it free. Now I will go answer an email from some kid that probably just didn't do their assignment until 90 minutes out. End of turn.
Oh, you know, unfortunately, it's the same guy. Just like, yeah, you know what? He will jump off. You know, 5'10". This knight will come out with his great sword and swing once, but a 21 to get you for 10 slashing.
I'm going to do my new thing that I have. Hang on, that I need to make sure I know exactly.
A metallic gift?
It's my metallic gift. So my AC goes up by 4, and as my reaction, and it will miss.
Just curses. All right. You know what? It's gonna move in. You know, it's gonna go after Shankz and Skidmarkz and say, "You're under arrest." 17 on Shankz.
Oh, I think that hits.
All right, so you get bludgeons. Stop resisting, and it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and provoke from, I guess, him and the Pegasus. So I'm going to run away. That's a hit for 7. That's a hit for 11. So minus 18. That's okay. And I'm going to, I'll start running. I'll turn around. I'll give this guy the middle finger, and then I'll shoot him twice.
Okay.
I am going to. Yeah, let's sharpshooter this. Ooh, 16 and 27.
27 hits.
All right, so he'll take that. He'll take the favorite foe. He'll take the fear of the small. He'll take the infused to strike. So all of that, and then I'm going to tell Skidmarkz and Drunken to get him off of that Pegasus. So Skidmarkz is going to try to grapple him and pull him off of the Pegasus.
Were you trying to non-lethally arrow him by chance?
Can't non-lethally arrow, so I would have just blasted him.
Okay, yeah, he gets blasted with that arrow, just tumbling off. Falls off the Pegasus, just spraying all over, and he just goes, "No, not Bill. He was gonna retire tomorrow."
And I'll just yell "Oops" as I'll turn.
Early retirement.
Was he getting too old for this shit?
Maybe. I mean, he also could have went with a sweetheart. SS Live Forever. Brig.
All right. Well, that was unfortunate. Where is the angel guy?
He got banished.
Banished, right. So we just need to scare this one away. I will charge forward and rage and non-lethally swing recklessly. I have a bit of just a little bit of caution in my recklessness. I forgot the rage damage. So add an extra 3 to the first one. That is my turn.
All right, and how do you non-lethally?
Hilt to the face.
All right, and Gwendal.
All right, pop on this one.
Hit.
All right. DC 19 con save. It's done.
Ooh.
I think it's more than half off the platform.
Are you killing the horse?
Well, it didn't get over the platform. That's not my fault.
Could have pulled it over. Cruelty to equine creatures.
Can I try and prevent it from falling off?
Sure. Go ahead. We could say as one of your attacks, you just kind of pull him. From. It's not like he can stop you. Yeah.
Grapple and then pull.
Yeah.
He's incapacitated. I ought to succeed the grapple check.
I was even gonna make you roll. You can do it as.
All right. I pull it up to prevent it from dying, and I'm just gonna keep going and try to knock it out.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
Another 12.
Okay. As these non-lethal necrotic energy courses and just rise in pain, but still alive or still conscious barely. Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, poisoned, necroticized, and stunned.
All right, that one cannot move. Pegasi. Oh, I thought they can do stuff. I don't know, just hovering around. Okay.
So he can use his action to break himself out of the can't move thing.
Yes. We'll break himself out and say, "Oh, you killed Bill! He was the gentlest guard here." And yeah, it's his action. Just guilt, So Beth, your turn.
It's just those two Pegasus?
Yeah.
I'm thinking real hard about banishing the main angel guy. I don't want to attack any Pegasus.
Oh, I would say, and in the last turn, Geosphinx picked up Afsoon and will. They say, "Hurry, come this way. We need to GTFO."
I'll spend my turn trying to convince the Pegasus to stop attacking us and to yeah.
You killed Bill.
All I did was banish your person. I haven't harmed anyone, and I think like some of the laws around here aren't really working for the non-celestial people, you know. They like function a little bit differently, and we don't mean you any harm if you don't mean us any harm. But you can see like my friends are quite deadly, and if you can just stand down, I can have them spare your lives.
What? I was like, you almost killed. This one he yelled. Well, this one's stunned. It's like, you killed my other friend. I guess you could try a persuasion at disadvantaged. I mean, you see the blood splatter of the Pegasus on this perfect white sheen. So
Not bad.
I as part of my persuasion, I'll say, if you stop, I'll call them off. But I haven't harmed you. I'm giving you my word. All I did was send your leader back to his home plane.
yeah, all that the blood of Bill. Okay, I will say that they're just like, well, I can't do anything now, and poor Ted can't even move anymore. You paralyzed poor old Ted. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. Just go. Horrible people. Horrible.
Are you gonna stop? If you're gonna stop in like 6 seconds, Ted will be fine, and y'all can go.
And it says, "Go, you butchers."
All right, y'all. We're gonna stop fighting now, okay? At the party.
Thumbs up. I let him go.
You're okay with that? He called us butchers.
Yeah. I don't take that anything again. I mean, I'm the one who killed Bill, but still.
Shankz did kill Bill.
Well, Beth didn't kill anyone, and I'm just channeling all my best horse girl energy right now. So just let him go.
All right. Did they agree? Is that what calling us butchers is them agreeing?
Yeah. Well, it's the one that can actually say something, you know, because he sees, you know.
It's so penalized right now.
Yeah, like you know, Bill's blood is like splashed all over Ted, and Ted's paralyzed. Like it was about to fall off. Thankfully, not. So you know, it's like that. Go on, get out of here. You know, you horrible people. You know, so.
And I'll even as like a show of our goodwill, I will healing word the stunned Pegasus.
Sure, no, that's fine. I'm just, you know, adding, you know, guilt, you know, essentially, just.
So Shankz is just gonna like complain the whole way and about how Beth should have let him kill everybody.
Yeah, and yeah, you can certainly jump on the Manicores that were they're kind of hanging low if you want to, or just, you know, fly away. But yeah, no, they will not. They're not really in any mood or shape to fight. I mean, the fight. This fight is over. So, hey, you know, I didn't have to calculate fall damage or do a deck save. So there's that.
I'll turn to Shankz and I'll give him like a stern lecture about being so murderous. You can't just murder people for murder's sake. Like you gotta reserve the murder for people who truly deserve it by being bad.
And Shankz will just continually roll his eyes at that. It's like, fine. For now, I'll only kill bad guys.
Y'all are murder hobos.
Well, you all are able to, as you're freeing, you guys are, you gotta lay low for like a couple weeks. It is, they get very upset. They do a memorial for Bill. Ted does make a. It seems that Ted suffered like severe issue, like neurological issues. Couldn't fly right for a while. As you hear lamenting of that. Honor for Bill. Bill was going to retire. And but after everything dies down, Afsoon will say, he doesn't have necessarily a lot of money to kind of give you all as thanks, but they have some treasures. They will give you a gem. I think it's another for like 500 apiece, and they have some treasures to bequeath you all, as well as an unlimited supply of free treats from the Gorbani Bakery. So there's that. So the first reward you get is you get this cool little hat of disguise. Seeing they say further line of work is very important, as well as Afsoon will offer you all a Ioun Stone of Leadership.
So many very rare.
Yes, but as they as they'll thank you, they do apologize that it was such a kind of a rough ordeal that she really wishes that that violence happened, but Afsoon is glad that she's rescued, and it only means the Silent Roar must continue to non-violently resist Atasha's rule, and maybe if you guys are able to come back, it'll be a new city state, run by the people, for the people, all that stuff.
Or we get spotted and thrown in jail.
Or you get immediately beset by angels and thrown in crystals forever or so, or who knows. But either way, that will be the end of our session, Shadow of the Sun. So, yeah, well, I thank y'all for watching, and that is it.